Hi, this is Congressman Luetkemeyer with another edition of the Blaine Buzz. Thanks for joining us again this week. This coming week, September 17th, is Constitution Day. And that's obviously a pretty important day for our country because back in 1787, our actual Constitution that we're governed by today was adopted. As you recall, the initial Constitution was a very loose document that was so loose and so flimsy that the country couldn't really function. So they needed something a little bit stronger with a little more teeth in it to pull all the states together and give the government enough power to be able to do its job, which was basically to hold the country together. If you remember your history and the constitutional history, you'll remember that our founding fathers were very concerned about consolidating power in one particular group or entity or branch of government. So what they did was divide the power into three different branches: legislative, executive, and judicial. And as a result, they wanted that power to be equally distributed, and whenever one of them gets out of balance, obviously then we've got a problem. So over the course of the last 200 plus years, that's always been the battle between the different branches to see who can exert more power, more influence, and whatever. And over the last 200 years, there's been a different ebb and flow of that situation. But at the end of the day, our government is still the most looked at form of government in the world. Since then, I think there are a number of different constitutions around the world that have come into play. Most of them are all longer. Just some fun facts for you. The present Constitution is 4,400 words and is the shortest one that's ever written by a major country in the world. The Constitution, the original Constitution, is actually on display in the National Archives here in D.C. It's only been changed 17 times. If you recall, the Bill of Rights, or they're considered to be the first set of amendments, were all adopted at the same time. And since then, there's only been 17 further amendments to the Constitution. Benjamin Franklin was the oldest person at 81. Jonathan Dayton was the youngest at 26. And James Madison and George Washington were the only two presidents that signed the constitutional document. Now, what we do here in our office is we try to distribute these among all the schools. We have pocket constitutions that our staff takes out when we make school visits. This is also available to you free of charge. Just contact our office and we'd be glad to send you one. Remember, the Declaration of Independence was the promise. The Constitution was the fulfillment of that promise to our people. With that, we'll see you next week. Take care.